friends. Good morning. It is Woolly Wednesday, and this is Knitcast number 5. I'm Jessie, and this is Mislaid Pages, and welcome back to my channel and to my Knitcast. It's good to see you all this morning. It's been a little bit of a weird one because there is no internet right now. As of filming, there is no internet. It seems to be a citywide issue, so that was fun to wake up to this morning. So I'm trying to make good use of my internet-free time by doing some filming, and I will probably be doing some crafting later too, because I can't really do my job without internet. It's interesting to realize just how reliant on internet you are, because it's not until it's gone that you really realize how many things you use it for. So I can access my email, and I could use Microsoft Teams to talk with my coworkers and stuff like that, but a lot of my job involves an online database that we use. So I can't access that easily. I could use my phone for a hotspot, but even loading things up on my phone, as far as articles and things like that, has been difficult. So trying to do actual work through my phone hotspot would be pretty difficult. So here we are. We are in an internet-free zone for at least the next several hours. The last estimate was that maybe the internet will be back by 2 p.m. So I'm not even sure that this is going to get uploaded on Wednesday. We'll just have to see. So yeah, that's my morning so far. How was your morning? Also, it was really fun because I got all set up and ready to film, and then my neighbor decided to mow his grass, so then I had to wait a little while longer. But yeah, so once I'm done with this, I'll probably do some editing, assuming I can get the pictures that I want to insert, do some editing, and then at some point after I have internet, I'll load it back up. Hopefully it'll be later today, so that it's still Woolly Wednesday by the time this gets loaded up, but we'll see. It might have to be Woolly Wednesday on Thursday. Who knows? But it's all good. We do what we can do with what we have, and it's all good. So it's going to make me appreciate the fact that I have Audible a lot, because I have to have sound on in the background when I'm doing a lot of things. Like, there are some times where I want it completely silent, if I have to do some really hard thinking or if I'm figuring stuff out. But if I'm just working on busy work, or if I'm crafting or something like that, I need something on in the background. So I usually have Netflix. I have the TV on, or Hulu or something. I have some kind of show running in the background, but I can put that on my phone, but I mean, who really wants that on their phone? So I'll probably be listening to some audiobooks later today, which is not the worst thing in the world. So, but yeah, so I hope you're all well. If you enjoy your internet, I hope your internet's working for you. But otherwise, let's just get right on into it. So it's going to be a short one, because I'm still working on the Sharon Show MCAL, which is hilarious and awesome, and I'm loving it. I finally finished week 1, or not, yeah, week 1, clue 1. So I'm completely up on clue 1. I've started on clue 2. I would love to have clue 2 finished by the end of the week before clue 4 drops, but we'll see. And I'm trying really hard not to get spoiled on the clues before I get ready to work on them at this point, but it's difficult because I am following the hashtags on Instagram. A lot of people are putting up that cover picture, the splash picture, and going spoilers, which is really awesome. I appreciate those people, but there are a lot of folks just posting pictures of their work, which is also fine. I mean, we're past week 3 drop, so it's not like the same night, but it's kind of like, it's difficult not to get spoiled. So that is your fair warning, because I only have one whip. It's the only thing I'm working on right now. So if you don't want to be spoiled for clue 1 or part of clue 2 for the Sharon Show MCAL, avert your eyes now, because I'm going to pull it out. So here we go. Let me figure out my directions and everything. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. I'm trying to, okay, there, okay, it's even mostly straight. Okay, so as you can see, I have it clipped to within an inch of its life, because In some places my knitting was too tight, and so it doesn't. It's like way stretchier at the top than it is at the bottom. So it's like it's actually floppy up here. I had plenty to work with up here, and it stretches pretty well in this section, but down here it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to stretch as much. So hopefully that will come out in the blocking. We'll see. But all the way up to the end of this section here, that's all clue 1, and then clue 2 starts here. And I've actually, I've been putting in a few extra rows here and there just because I'm working with the medium large version of the pattern, which already includes some extra repeats, but I'm adding additional repeats as the pattern suggests because I want to make sure that it's a really nice big shawl. I'm a big person, so I want to make sure that it's going to be comfortable and it doesn't end up being like a tiny dish towel when I'm done. If you can tell by the size of it at this moment, and this is only, this is basically 1 clue, and there are a total of 6 clues. It'll probably be a decent size whether or not I add rows, but I'm going to add a few rows here and there just to be safe. So I added some additional rows here in this section, mostly to make this section and this section be the same number of rows because that mattered to me at the time. If I thought about it, I would have added more rows here too to make it be the same number of rows here, but I didn't think about it until I got up here. So I also added an extra repeat in this section, so there's 4 additional rows compared to what the pattern calls for. And like I say, I'll continue doing that. So the next section to do for clue 2 is very similar to this one, it's just different colors, so I'll add an extra repeat when I do this one as well. So that's where we are. That's where we are now. Okay. And I do have this. I have this pinned to a priority mailbox because because that's what I have to hand. So, excuse me, goodness, haven't had enough coffee, so I'm still kind of congested. But yeah, so that's where we are with the Sharon Show MCal. Is super fun, and I love this section here. Is really fun. I don't know how well you can tell. Let's see if I can get it closer. It's almost like a baby cable pattern, and it's hard to tell from the way the camera is picking it up, but it's really interesting. So it makes me feel like perhaps I actually could do cabling at some point in the future. So that's the fun part of this MCal, because it's all basic stitches and you just add a couple of things in here and there, and before you realize it, you've done all kinds of complicated things that you didn't realize could be so easy to learn. So that's really, really awesome. So if you were not wanting to be spoiled, I put it away now. You can look again. But yeah, it's been a really fun pattern. I'm enjoying working on it. So that has week 3 just dropped last Friday. So this coming Friday is week 4, is clue 4. So there's only 2 additional clues after that. I'm hoping to finish it pretty close to the end of the actual MCal, but we'll see, especially because, and I'll talk about this in a minute, there's another MCal coming up that I want to join in on. So I'm hoping to be done or mostly done with this one before the new MCal starts. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I actually meant to mention, okay, look away if you don't want spoilers. So you can see here I have my little progress marker. So this is where I was the last time I showed you all my progress. So I did a lot of knitting this week. A lot of knitting. And a lot of it is because it is pretty simple. It's the same thing back and forth and back and forth. So, so that it goes fairly quickly. So I'll move this up to here before I get started again later today. And I have been knitting on this pretty much every day. So that's probably why I'm getting so much progress. Because it's really relaxing to just sit down in the evening and start knitting. And that's why it's the only thing I'm working on right now. So let's talk about plans. I don't have any haul today, so we're just going to go into plans and then we'll probably be done. But yeah, I have no fiber yarny haul right now. I have stuff coming. I purchased some new colors from Ruby and Roses that I'm really, really excited about. So as soon as she gets those dyed up, it was a pre-order, I believe, for both of those. I got some minis and I got a new colorway that she started. So excited about that. I also, in September, will be getting my first installment of Yarn Over Trucks. What are they calling that? It's like the superhero... I'll look it up. But by the time it gets here, I will remember what it's called, and I will tell you all about it as soon as it gets here. But that's a really exciting colorway. They previewed it already. It was totally a mystery when I signed up, but they're going to preview each new skein before they send it out, so that you have the opportunity to buy more quantity if you want to. So your subscription gives you one skein of whatever base you chose, and they had I think like 100% superwash is one of the options, and then a superwash with Stellina as the second option. So you can, and they're Forbidden Fiber Co. bases. So it's I think it's Gluttony and Pride are the two bases. So you could choose either one. You automatically get a skein of the colorway in that base that you chose, and then they show you the colorway before they actually place the order with Forbidden Fiber Co., so that you can order additional skeins in either of the bases. So that's really awesome. So if you see the colorway and you're like, oh, I need a sweater in that colorway, you can then order more before they ship it out to you, which is awesome. So this time I did the regular base that I get is the Gluttony, which is the straight up superwash merino, and then I liked the colorway enough that I decided I wanted a sparkly version too, so I got the Pride base as well. So I'll get two skeins, paid extra for the second skein, obviously. But yeah, I'll get two skeins of that. I'm really excited about that. I already have a project picked out for it, which I will talk about in a few minutes. So, but yeah, so I have stuff coming, and there's also going to be the Rebel Woolworks Haunted Lodge Advent coming, though that may be October. But yeah, so I've got more stuff coming. I'm just trying really hard not to just keep buying things, because I have so much yarn, and I'm only one person, and I do cross stitching too, so it's like I only have so much time. I want to do all the things all the time, and I have like the crow brain where it's like, ooh, shiny, must collect the shiny things, or dragon brain, whatever you want to call it, because I have a hoard. My craft stash is my hoard, so I'm a greedy little dragon, or a greedy little crow, however you like to look at it. So yeah, I'm trying really hard not to just buy all the things, which is difficult because everybody's putting out new stuff all the time. Anyway, yeah. So no haul to show you right now. There will be a haul again in the future. Also, I think I already mentioned this. I decided not to get the August knit crate, and I am likely not to get the regular September knit crate either. I might get the sock crate for September, but I haven't quite decided yet. I probably need to decide that soon. Yeah. I might skip knit crate in September too and just wait and buy some. I have a coupon for $25 off an order, but I can't use it for a crate. I have to use it in the Member Central store. So maybe I'll just wait, and anyway, y'all don't need to know that. There will be knit crate again in the future, just not right now. Okay, so plans. So there is another MCal. I mean, there's always an MCal. Just like there's always a stitch along, there's always a mystery knit along or a knit along going. But I just discovered that one of my favorite dyers, who is semi-local to me, she's in Stafford, Virginia, which is hour and a half, 2 hours north of where I live. It's closer into DC, if you're familiar with Virginia, DC. It's considered Nova, or Northern Virginia. So she's within the same state, but she's still a distance from me. But Paisley Pearl Yarns, I consider a local dyer because there just aren't a lot of dyers in the area. So she is doing a mystery knit along. It's going to be a cowl of some sort, and she's planning on starting that September 14th. I'm going to put a picture here somewhere of, if I could point in the right direction. I can't point on this side of me. I'm going to put a picture, and she's offering several different colorways for your kit. So you get several minis and then a larger skein for the base. And she's got a really bright one, and I think they're all based on 80s themes, so I'm trying to remember the names. There's like, Oh My God, I think is the bright neon colorway. There's Freddy's Coming For You, I think, is one of the colorways. The one I'm probably going to pick, and I'll put a picture on the side where I'm going to put pictures. I'll put a picture of the one that I'm probably going to get, which is like pinks and grays and black, which reminds me of the colorway exclamation that she has. So it's just a bunch of skeins that sort of play out that colorway, and I think it's going to be, it's a more wearable colorway than some of the other ones. Like I would love to do the neon one, but if I'm going to make a cowl that I might want to wear regularly, I think I want to go with something a little bit more toned down. So the pink is kind of in that range for me. I don't normally wear pink, but it's pink with black and gray, so I think it's going to be, the pink is going to be balanced out enough. I think that it won't be like pink. So it'll be great. The other toned down colorway, I can't remember what it's called, but she's got two that are more like earth tones, neutrals. They're just not my jam, so I'll probably do the pink one. And then, yeah, so she's got 4 or 5 different colorways you can choose from. I want to say that it's $58 for the kit, and you get the mini skeins and the large skein. And she has that up live on her website now, paisleypearl.com, I believe. Excuse me. And that's pearl, like a knitting pearl, P-U-R-L. The link to her shop will be in the link haven regardless, so you'll be able to find her. But yeah, so the MCAL will start September 14th, so you have plenty of time to go and buy your kit. I plan on buying my kit once I get paid, which will be next week. I made sure that that was going to be plenty of time for her to still be able to get the yarn to me for the MCAL. But I think that incidentally is also going to give me maybe just enough time to get this Sharon Show shawl finished before I start the Paisley Pearl MCAL. Oh, she's calling the MCAL mixtape. Yeah, so it's like 80s stuff, like a mixtape. So it's, yeah, I should have started with that, but yeah. So I'm really excited about that, not only because I get to support someone, a local dyer, but because it's an MCAL. And hers, I think, is going to be 5 weeks. So I kind of like these short snippet kind of situations with knitting because it keeps me energized, keeps me going, and especially if she does hers in any way similar to the Sharon Show, at least as far as like the different sections that have different styles and stuff like that, that's what keeps me so interested with the Sharon Show, because I know that there's going to be several sections that are just knitting and purling, but then there are also these sections that are more complicated, but they're not such huge sections that it feels like it never ends. So it's really, really nice. So I'm excited for the Paisley Pearl mixtape MCAL. If that's something that you are all interested in, then please, please, please go to her website, support her. She's got awesome colorways. If you don't like the colorways that she's offering for the MCAL, you can always just go buy other colorways that she has. I don't know if she's setting up the MCAL so that you can buy the pattern without buying the yarn, but I imagine you could message her and tell her that you would like, you know, these other skeins instead of the kit skeins, and she'd get you in on the MCAL. So anyway, definitely hit her up, support her if you have the inkling for that. So beyond that, there's also this fantastic, it's another cowl pattern actually. Once I get my yarn for the Yarn Over Truck subscription that I've signed up for, I'm planning on using that for a cowl that Heike just told me about. The pattern is not available yet. I'm going to put a picture here. I'm going to put a picture here of the pattern and give you some info because I'm blanking on who made the pattern. But she's setting up for, or has already set up for, test knitters. So she's in the testing process of this cowl, which looks gorgeous and beautiful and has some really awesome looking lace work that supposedly is like beginner friendly. So very excited. Yeah, Heike clued me into this cowl and I'm really, really excited about it. I can't wait to have it released. I think she might be releasing it in October. I'm not really sure, but yeah, so this is on the books for another whip. I will definitely be working on that once that comes out. So I'm just like, I can't wait I want it to be out now. But honestly, I think my Yarn Over Truck yarn with Forbidden Fiber Co., I think that's going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous colorway for that cowl. So very, very excited. And those are the plans currently. At some point, I will finish my Empower People bandana, which I'm going to use as a scarf actually, but at some point I will finish that. I guess I need to get on that because it's almost time for elections, but really, I mean, it needs to just be worn everywhere to remind you to be mindful and to do something positive in your community. And if you're already voting, then encourage your friends to vote and stuff like that. It's to remind you to just be active and be an activist. Be an active activist. So I need to get done with that. I think about it all the time, even though I'm not working on it. So it's doing at least part of its job, because I have that in my head all the time. So, but I guess that's it. So yeah, it was a quickie today, but yeah. So I will have definitely more progress for you on the Sharon Show MCal shawl next week. We'll see if I get as much progress next week as I did this week. I have a lot of work to do on my model stitch for cross stitching, so that has probably got to take precedence over most other things. I'm getting really close, but it's not done yet. So we'll see how much knitting I get done this week. Like I said, I'm really, really hoping I can get through Clue 2 before Clue 4 drops. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I would love to hear about what you all are knitting. If you have found out about any fantastic MCALs or patterns or yarns or anything like that, hit me up in the comments. I am happy to hear about it. If you want to send me pictures of stuff that you're working on, I am happy to look at that too. You can either let me know what your Instagram handle is, or you can email me. That information is down here. Send me pictures of the work that whatever you're knitting. I'd be happy to see that. I love seeing other people's work. So, otherwise, I will see you next time. I hope you're having a great one. I hope you're staying happy and safe and healthy and all those things. And I hope you're having a great day. And I hope you have some internet too. Regardless, have a great one. I will see you next time.